Welcome to reading lesson number 4 on multiple choice questions. Before you start this lesson, you will need to have the following to hand: your training booklet, a pen or pencil, a rubber, and a timer set to 6 minutes. You can follow this lesson in your training booklet, where you will find all the reading practice exercises, space to enter your answers, and you will find the answers at the back of the booklet. After this lesson, you will have a clear overview of what to expect in the reading question type multiple choice, have learnt tips and strategies on how best to approach the section, and have a chance to practice the question types using real IELTS materials. There are 2 practice tasks in this lesson. The first practice is more guided, the second you do alone. The question type here is multiple choice. There are questions with options to choose from. Normally there are 3 options. They are in the same order as you will find the answer in the passage, and you will need to scan, which means you need to start with the question. But don't read the options, as you don't need to know the different options given, and it will confuse you. Instead, you should read the questions, find the answer in the passage, and then match your answer to the options given. Your answer is always 1 letter, never more. In this case, there is 1 extra question, which is to find the title, which is a question type. Again, it's a multiple choice, but you have to choose from 5 options, and you have to say which would be the best title for the passage. Now we're going to look at the 7 tips and strategies which will help you in the reading part. We will list them here and then, as in the previous lessons, go through each stage in detail during practice 1. Firstly, you need to look at the headline. Then, depending on the question type, you need to decide if the questions are in order or not. In this case, they are in order. Then you need to decide if you should scan or skim, and again here you need to scan. Then you can start to find the answers. In this case, you start with reading question 1. Once you've found the answer, you should underline it. Next, once you've found the answer, you should circle the option that you have chosen. Then you should repeat this process for all the questions in the set. And lastly, you transfer your answers, which are letters, after the section to the reading answer sheet. Now you have time to practice with my help. First, you would normally look at the headline on lesson 4, practice 1 in your training book. However, this time there isn't a headline, as that is one of the questions. As there's no headline or photos here, we can skim some of the first paragraph instead. So I'll give you a little bit of time to do that, and then you can say what you think the article is about. It's about literacy, the ability to read, or how well someone can read in British schools. Now you need to decide if the questions are in order or not, and in this case they are, which means that you can start reading from the beginning of the passage and with the first question in the set. You will need to scan for the answers in this question type. You can scan for words or synonyms of words from the question. Maybe there's a date or a number or a name to scan for, which you will find in the question. Now you can start to find the answers. As the questions are in order, you start by reading the first question in the set before you move on and go to the next question. First of all, read question 14 and underline the key words in the question. Now you can start scanning the text at the beginning for the key words that you underlined. When you think you found the answer, you should underline it. If you need more time at any point during this slide, just press pause. You should then choose the option which best matches the underlined answers. And then you can circle the answer in the question booklet. Now repeat this process for the other questions in set 15 to 17. And once you've answered those questions, you can answer question 6, which is to choose a title for the passage. You can take up to 5 minutes to do this. If you finish before the 5 minutes, then just fast forward the lesson to the next slide. I'll tell you when the time is up. You can start now. Your time is up now. For this practice, you're going to transfer the answers to the space in your training booklet. In the real test, you transfer in pencil to an answer sheet. Don't forget your answers are letters here and only one per question. Remember to transfer quickly and carefully. You now have 40 seconds to transfer your answers to the space in your training booklet. I will tell you when the time is up. You can start now. Your time is up now. Now you have time to look at the answers, which you can read in the back of your training booklet and on this slide. We will also look at where they are in the passage. If you need more time, just press pause. Now you have a chance to practice a multiple choice task alone, and after we'll go through the answers together. Go to lesson 4, practice 2 in your training booklet. Don't forget to follow the steps which you can find in your training booklet. It is important you follow the same pattern as in practice 1. You will need to use your timer. There are 5 questions and you have 6 minutes to answer the questions without transfer. Are you ready? You can start your timer now and press pause on this video and start it again when you have finished. You now have 50 seconds to transfer your answers to the space in your training booklet. I'll tell you when the time is up. You can start now. Okay, your time is up now. Now you have time to look at the answers, which you can read in the back of your training booklet and on this slide. We're also going to look at where they are in the passage. If you need more time, just press pause. That is the end of lesson 4, and after a quick quiz, you can go on to lesson 5, which is on labelling diagrams.